Manchin and Bernie are currently in a heavyweight slugfest. It looks like, Bernie got fed up with Manchin playing cutesy and trying to sort of dodge the media and dodge questions about what his goal is here in not supporting the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill and in, wanting to cut out popular provisions. I mean, the guy's a dirty energy baron, and he gets to decide. He's the head of the committee that will decide what climate stuff makes it in and doesn't. So Bernie's like, you know what, Mr. Nice Guy time, I tried that for months, it's over. So what he did is he wrote an op-ed in a paper in West Virginia, basically making the case and saying, come on, dog, this makes no damn sense. And of course, as per usual, Bernie was correct in all of his points. Well, Joe Manchin did not take kindly to Bernie breaking out the old whooping stick. And then this happened on Twitter. So you can see there at the bottom, the Gazette Mail, this is the West Virginia paper. Exclusive, Senator Sanders says we need every Democrat. Calls for Manchin to support the Build Back Better bill. And then Joe Manchin says, this is snarky here, this isn't the first time an out-of-stater has tried to tell West Virginians what is best for them despite having no relationship to our state. Millions of jobs are open, supply chains are strained, and unavoidable inflation taxes are draining workers' hard-earned wages as the price of gasoline and groceries continues to climb. Senator Sanders' answer is to throw more money on an already overheated economy, while 52 other senators have grave concerns about this approach. To be clear, again, Congress should proceed with caution on any additional spending, and I will not vote for a reckless expansion of government programs. No op-ed from a self-declared independent socialist is going to change that. So, there's a lot there. Most of the things he says are stupid right-wing talking points. And he never said a word about an overheated economy or whoa, we're spending too much when it came to the military bill, which gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year and is wildly unnecessary. We spend more than the next 10 or 12 biggest countries combined, and most of them are our allies. But nobody ever says anything about the cost of the military. And by the way, this talk of like an overheated economy, that's such a stupid way to talk about the economy. Like, yeah, that's the main problem. Go talk to regular working people and they'll be like, I would want higher wages, but I think the economy's overheated, so keep my wages low. Fuck off, Joe. You know that's bullshit. But I love one of the responses to Joe Manchin, which showed this. Voters support the Build Back Better plan. A majority of West Virginia voters support the Build Back Better plan. Guys, look at how overwhelming this is. West Virginia likely voters. The plan is plus 43 with them. Democratic voters, plus 86. Independent and third-party voters, plus 33. Even with Republican voters in West Virginia, the reddest of the red states, the plan is plus 22. So in other words, Democrats, independents, and Republicans support the Build Back Better plan. And I want to repeat what Joe Manchin said at the beginning of his little snarky response to Bernie here. This isn't the first time an out-of-stater has tried to tell West Virginians what is best for them despite having no relationship to our state. Turns out West Virginians agree with Bernie Sanders and don't agree with you. Dirty energy baron Joe Manchin, who has millions of dollars because of that dirty energy and wants to perpetuate that system because you and your family are personally wealthy off that energy. So he's trying to gut the climate part of the bill. We just got news the other day, the child tax credit, he wants to means test it. $60,000, if you make $60,000 or more, you shouldn't get the child tax credit, according to Joe Manchin. So in other words, a family where the mom makes $31,000 and the dad makes $31,000, that's too wealthy to get the child tax credit, according to Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin is taking a bold stance in favor of child poverty. Good job, bro. Look, we're at the point now that clearly the nice guy approach, the talking behind the scenes, the quiet negotiations, it didn't work to get Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema on the right page. So what's left? What's left is very simple. Number one, more of what Bernie's doing here. See, Joe Manchin is flipping out over somebody going to West Virginia to make the case. By the way, there were reports previously the same thing happened. When Biden sent Kamala to give a speech in West Virginia, which, by the way, is like the last person I would send to give a speech in West Virginia on the Democratic side. But Manchin flipped out and said, don't you dare do that again. The reason he's reacting like that is because it might work, and he's feeling the pressure. So I would have Bernie Sanders go give a speech there. I would bring, you know what the best thing to do is? Get union workers, have them wear their fucking hard hats and wear their work outfits and give a speech. I want somebody with a deep West Virginia accent to go up there and explain why this bill is wonderful, and we need pre-K, and we need college, and we need child care, and we need the child tax credit, and we need the Medicare expansion. I want them to go right on his turf and make the case directly to the people of West Virginia. Now, beyond that, it all rests with Joe Biden. If he acts like FDR, if he acts like LBJ, he can get his agenda passed. If he doesn't, he won't. It's that simple. So you call Manchin into your office, you call Sinema into your office, and you tell them, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Joe, if you don't vote for this $3.5 trillion bill, Merrick Garland is on standby waiting to look into your daughter for the EpiPen price gouging scandal that she's responsible for, where she worked for a pharmaceutical company, and they have emails. They called her dead to rights saying, how do we come up with a rationalization to price gouge people with the EpiPens? Manchin's wife was involved in that too. Joe, I don't want to do it, but you're putting me in a tough position here. You're really busting my balls here. I don't want to lock up your entire family, but I might have to do it because the law's clear. You guys broke the law. And justice is blind. What if your whole family went down over this, bro? Now, he might flip out when he hears that, of course. He might throw a tantrum. Good. But you know what else you say? Joe, listen, we could avoid all this. We could avoid all this. Because if you vote for the Build Back Better plan, the $3.5 trillion, I'll give you another military base in West Virginia. I'll give you extra funding for infrastructure in West Virginia. I'll give your wife a position in my administration. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you whatever you want. So, either you do the wrong thing and your whole family goes down and we throw the book at you and you'll probably spend time in prison, or you do the right thing and you're a hero to the people of West Virginia and to the people of this country. Your choice. That's what you do with Joe Manchin. Kyrsten Sinema, see, she's the tougher nut to crack. For the very simple reason that I'm not sure she wants to still be a senator. The only way you can really use leverage over her is if she wants to get reelected and wants to stay in D.C. Because if she doesn't and she wants to leave and become a lobbyist and get paid from some soulless corporation, there's nothing Biden could offer her that's more than what a giant corporation can offer her. So, I mean, she's taken hundreds of thousands of dollars, $920,000 or something like that, raising money from all the interests lined up against the Build Back Better plan. Taken hundreds of thousands from pharmaceutical companies, then turned around and said, I'm against lower drug prices, take out that provision from the bill. But listen, you got to find a pressure point. You got to find some leverage you have over her. You got to call her into your office and make the same case that you made with Manchin. Be the mafia boss. Say, listen, here's what you get if you do the right thing. If you don't, here's what's going to happen. And that's all we have left. If he doesn't do it, there's no way this thing is passing. If he doesn't do it, this might not even pass in a slimmed down version, y'all. So, it's on you, Joe Biden. It's on you. But it's time to put the pressure on, and it's time to do the stick approach with the carrot and stick plan. Okay? That's all that's left. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.